with the review of the new skill Necromancy, which we will expect to get in 2023. I believe the 30-second clip on YouTube, and that is also on the news post on their website, is actually a little teaser, because if we go to it, we click play, pay attention to this 4 right here. I believe that would be the day, and then this 4 right here should be the month, in which case for me it is safe to assume that the new skill will be coming on April 4th, and they'll probably do a little April Fool's joke on the 1st that the skill will be released on our screen, but we won't have access to it until April 4th, because they always do the month and then the day first. And in London they do the opposite, which it's pretty good, because when you say 10/4, people would think November, but instead no. And then if we do look in the calendar, April 4th will be on a Tuesday, so that is quite a possibility that we do have that chance. And now let's go back and finish continuing watching the other few seconds. So you'll see that there is wandering skulls and souls around, which I believe will be the little secret seeds. And then right here, these are the colors of Sarin, which was banished, and the Necro part is Zaros. And since free-to-play does have access to the desert dig site, I believe it might have some lore behind it. And then the skulls, well, we pretty much know that. Hopefully this gives a massive need for mind runes, body, and death runes. Previously, the only really item sync would have to be archaeology, as they did require death runes for the 114/118 archaeology relic collections. That was also in the desert as well. And speaking of the desert, and remember, Necromancy will be both a free-to-play and a member skill. So I'm pretty sure they'll be stuck at the desert site from 1 all the way to 20 or even 25. And then once we get that part, we go into the member section, which if we go to archaeology, we go to the 86 range area, which it should be right here. Here we go. The occult altar, which will give us the necromantic focus. I believe this will be a inventory book slot that you have to bring with you, so that you can summon and reanimate monsters with you to help you aid, because I'm pretty sure they would not like to add any more pocket slot items. But then again, if these necromancy, since it is a new skill, they would actually be pretty good and might even outtake most of the pocket slot items, because the Book of Wen is a massive damage for monsters that do not move around, and then the Scripture of Full, which is pretty much the best DPS along with the Grimoire. And then like the cheap alternative would have to be the Scripture of Jazz, because so many people camp that boss that the pages and the scripture are actually extremely cheap. And then like I was saying earlier, that I would like this to be mind, body, and a death rune sync, because it would just make sense with the skill. If you're bringing back the dead, you will need the body runes to somehow incorporate it into needing, let's say, 5 body runes, and then to trap that soul you will need some mind runes, in which case that would be the perfect combination. And then death runes, because, well, you're dealing with the dead, so not much like situation you can do really with that. Because, I mean, unless maybe, since they did hint it at the Gower Brother quest about the life altar, but maybe we would be able to get access to making life runes, which now that would be very interesting because that would be a new way of pretty much rune crafting, as we have the soul altar, although level 3 skillers are unable to access that because the quest, it requires a lot of PVM, especially that Pharaoh boss on Fight Club. But I'm not sure if you're able to touch dart that part of the boss. Since I don't have a skiller maxed all the way to that degree, I'm not sure if the soul altar is locked behind that or if level 3s can do that altar. And then currently I have been doing barrows, as you do see in the background. And the reason why is because this gives you a ton of mind runes and death runes. And also I do need the collection log from this area still. But maybe they're going to slowly revive some of the dead content bosses slash mini games. Since this is technically a mini game to some degree, and then that'll be very helpful. And then maybe the roadie bosses, we might have some use with the Dragonkin boots. I mean the Dragon Rider boots and gloves, because it would be pretty cool if, let's say we had like a little 2-piece set that got rid of our best in slot boots, and it would extend the reanimation monster or whatever by like 5 or 10%, or even like 5 extra seconds, 15 extra seconds, in which case that could be life-changing depending on the type of necromancy familiar that you do summon. With that, thank you all so much for watching my pretty much breakdown of the YouTube clip that they did show. And with that, thank you all so much for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, as it really does help.